we are here for the third student mentor bracket. I am Zephyrian. I am joined by Taiga.
Hello, everyone.
I do not know how this is going to work, as this is my first time actually being a part of this or watching this. So, from what I know, we have 8 teams today. We have 8 graduates and 8 beginners. My mind is blanking. Graduates trained up the beginners, and they're going to do a 2v2.
Yep, so just to add a little bit further on, these sets are all 1st to 2, and we will be playing the 3 games, even if one set goes to 2-0, respectively.
So, first up, we will be having Aisha named this team versus White Bread in a Bit.
Pretty interesting stuff coming out. We got a bed versus pot, it looks like. Very excited to see what Mr. Diggins was able to help with their student.
Yeah. Royal Jaylee, I remember, really good bed.
Oh yeah, very much so.
Anything else. But Jaylee already starting off with good air-to-air noise. Such a good head bump right off the start.
Gotta do an early burst there, because you don't want to be stuck in that bed pressure, and able to break through the hammerfall armor too, which is really good to see.
Yeah. Good flicks from Mystical Waves already. Just trying to keep Jaylee from doing all their projectiles, keeping Potemkin at bay.
Oh, for sure. You want to keep them at bay. You do not want to let this pot get in close, otherwise you will get pot bustered just like we're seeing right now.
Yeah. Good mash on Wake Up. Stop whatever Potemkin is going to try and do there.
Oh, we got
an overhead.
It just works.
Might have been a whiff JS there. Not sure. If not, block the YOC. Both of these characters, they have the 2 highest amount of HPs, excluding Osprey. So this is going to be a very long set.
Oh, for sure. It is nice being able to see these 2 characters duke it out, though, with all their high health pools. You get to see a lot of interactions.
Yeah. You get to see a lot of mix from Bedman and a lot of Potemkin just 50-50.
Great dodge from the pot buster by Jaylee there. Just trying to jump out of it and not get into that range where it'd be most effective.
Not able to build up enough tension for the 5D RC, but it still worked out.
Pretty good burst.
Not able to get a full confirm though. Still not it. And takes the end.
Great 6H to seal that first game 1 from Jaylee.
Oh yeah.
Honestly though, Mystical Waves doing a very good job at dealing with this bed pressure. Not too much you see of Bedman, so it's very nice to see them be able to handle this fairly effectively.
I do agree with that. So next up, we will be having the next student versus the original mentor. I have no idea which one. Oh, it's 1st 2 within 1st 2. Okay.
Yep. So we got everyone spectating this game currently. We've got a watch party going on.
Yeah. So it should be Jaylee versus Mystical Waves again.
Correct. It seems they might not be fully aware of this, so we must give them a moment to become aware of such things. Seems like they've noticed.
There we go. On to game 2.
Now, what would you want to see come out from Mystical Waves here in this second game?
Round start pot buster.
That would be the dream, wouldn't it?
It would always be the dream. I think it beats Bedman Ground Start 5K as well, so it could have won that.
great pressure coming in, making this pot just have to hold down back into a nice 2K2D to reset the pressure.
Nice fully charged 236H, just making them have to block on wake up, because that will lead into a full combo. Charge dust. No burst coming from Mystical Waves here. You really do want to save it here. I mean, you're down.
We get a perfect from Jaylee too. Just so difficult when you have all these errors coming out, and they got to do a wild assault on round start. It's just difficult to get in.
Light Wild Assault is really good for Bedman here.
Oh, for sure.
Impact. 6k goes into Flick. That is the end of your turn, but it is a good start there.
And then we got a nice vacuum in from the JS into the corner pressure. Got a white RC out on both ends into a trap.
Throw. Lots of mix here. Not a lot of people can block that. Good 6p. I want to keep the Pimping out of the air, as it is an annoying character to have in the air. That JH and Jaylee look really good, but Royal Jaylee will take things there.
Much better showing, I think, from Jaylee to open up the bed of this game, but still great job from Mystical Waves to be able to block so much and just live for so long.
Yeah, it does take a lot of knowledge to block bed magnets.
For sure. Looks like now we got our second set of players. We got Diggins on the Elfelt, and we have Potato Head on the Kai.
Potato Head.
Now, I haven't really heard too much from this Kai player. Have you heard from them before?
I have not. I've seen them around in the bracket before, but I have never heard of them or seen them play before this.
Well, I'm very interested to see what they'll be able to pull out here against Mr. Diggins.
So instead of reflecting on themselves, they blame the beast.
I am excited because I do get to see an Elfelt player.
Oh yeah.
Not often that I see them anymore. I believe I was the last one to graduate as Elfelt. So opting to bomb on round start is a good option, I will say.
Very aggressive too, to getting in there and just making them block already so early.
Yeah. Sending up the mix. Yep, there's the bomb super. Might have been able to kill with H super, but you want the mix here. You can guarantee the kill.
Feels like it's just death anyways when you get hit with that vest into the wall. It's just so oppressive.
It's so oppressive. Good GH air to air. Set up. Good Arc in. Not able to get the full pressure to the FD there.
Yeah, some great usage of FD there to keep this Kai away from me.
Good tick flow. As we need vest set up again. Depending on what happens here, there it is, the JH will take it. Depending on what happens, using burst is a good option because no matter what, you're going to lose. But if you can get the burst off, you can save yourself for a little bit longer and maybe make a comeback.
Now, what are you supposed to do when you get that vest put on you? Like, what would you say the best option would be? Or at least an option?
Honestly, try not to get mixed, or throw if you have the ability to. But that's so much easier said than done.
Oh, for sure.
Because Elfelt has the ability to cross you up with bomb immediately, or not cross up, so good luck. Good Far Slash on start there.
Looked like
Immediately.
seems like they're catching Kai, just trying to be greedy with a slow button there at the beginning.
Yeah. Mr. Diggins really good with these 6 keys. Let's set up again. Catch the backdash with the delayed JH.
I feel like we've seen the same story play out 3 times already. Just what are you supposed to do?
That is the Elfelt way.
Yeah.
Take jump. Does get mashed out with the run up close up.
Great Fujin arc there to with the shock state to get those plus frames. Is this
Does
Surely
use
this
Power
hit.
Slash, gets caught by the Reversal Seeker, and there it is. That's the mix I'm talking about.
very strong?
With JH, it's the combo.
Nice. Seeing some signs of life from Potato Head here in this second game.
Oh yeah, it's already. They're not doing bad here. Elfelt is a very tricky character. Run up throw, the Kai classic.
Oh, for sure.
Good react in.
Pretty 2H there to catch the Fusion Arc again. Able to go into all this oppressive mix that Elfelt's known for.
Yep. Tries to go for the throw, but does get the BRC out for Potato Head. Having the BRC to make it safe. Just going to start zoning a bit.
So
Bar
scary.
flash. Good delay for the combo. Oh,
You don't burst. Interesting. Okay. A little greedy there from Diggins. But game goes to Potato Head.
game 2 goes to Potato Head.
Oh, it seems there might have been some technical issues on the side of Diggins.
We might have. Oh, yeah.
That's so unfortunate to see.
Stick issue. I could see it there. The fold.
Yeah,
Just
makes
hold
sense.
down.
You hate to see it, especially when it's so close. Last hit.
Yeah.
Diggins, what seems like they're putting their head into the corner, trying to either test the controller or think about what to do.
We'll see.
So, from your experience, would you say Kai is a good good matchup into Elfelt?
At the very least, it is even to losing,
Sure.
mostly because of the DP.
Right.
As long as Elvelt doesn't try to bait it out, you can basically just DP every single follow-up from Lollipop. From the Rekka. So it's really good to have a DP against this character.
Oh, for sure. The Rekka is just super oppressive if you don't have any method of escaping it.
Yeah. Characters like Leo are even better, because Leo doesn't get caught by cross-up, so Bomb is basically useless. Unless you're
Right.
using it meaty. So, characters with DPs are really good into Elfelt, but I'm surprised we haven't seen a DP from Potato Head.
That is true. Now, is there anything else you would like to see Potato Head do in this Game 3 coming up?
More Direct-Clap. Direct-Clap is really good for setting up Shock State, and you can run up. You also want to be doing 5k, as it is a meaty low, which is
Mhm.
really good for other stuff. Especially because you can combo it into 2D into... trying to remember the name. Stun Dipper for hard
Right.
knockdown. Or just go straight up into 8th projectile. Lots of stuff you can do.
Seems like we are getting a restart on the side of Diggins here. So we shall wait until they return. And until then, we can just keep talking. So, how's your day been, Zephyron?
It's been going good so far. I've got a tournament coming up here on Friday.
Nice.
Excited.
Now, how excited are you for tonight's bracket? Because we have a lot of strong teams looking so far.
Oh, I'm very excited for tonight's bracket. There's a lot of people on here that I am excited to see play. I mean, first off, we already have Jaylee playing, and I love watching Jaylee's bedman.
Yep.
And it's fun to watch all of the other characters that are here. So
Yeah,
we'll
we got.
see
I see someone was spectating. Okay, sorry. We got a lot of familiar faces in the community around here for these teams tonight, and a couple, well, maybe not lesser known, but a little bit more quieter players too.
Yeah.
So it's really nice to bring them out and put them on the spotlight.
we'll see how this goes, because I believe it's either 1-1 or 1-0. I believe it is 1-1 at the moment, as long as we count that game.
I'm sure the game will probably be counted since it seems like the issue might have happened nearing the end.
It
But-
did seem to happen near the end, right at the end.
Yeah, so probably going into a game 3 here. And then it will be the two students fighting in Mystical Waves and Potato Head.
Yeah, it'll be fun to see, because Kai is also pretty good into Potemkin. I mean, he's just good in general.
Yeah, of course.
So it'll be fun to see, because we'll get to really see Mystic Waves Potemkin shine.
Now, seems like Mr. Diggins is back, and we can get this third game on its way.
Let's go.
Keeping us in anticipation for this exciting set.
Oh yeah. It'll be fun to see what Mr. Diggins does and what Potato Head does to adapt to what
Mankind
Diggins
knew that
does.
they could.
Yeah,
Duel 1.
we shall find out if they figured anything out within this small break.
Yeah, moving on to game 3. A little bit more passive in the game so far.
Yeah, I really like that, I think. Oh, never mind.
Run up
As we say
gold
passive,
burst.
it's immediately a gold burst, so I got that, I guess.
Run up
But I
gold
think the
burst.
passive gameplay, I think it might benefit the Kai more.
Yeah. It does actually benefit Kai more. It does do stun dipper, but does not get the combo. Diggins does have 100 meter here to spend. That's gonna be the round.
Oh yeah, there's just too much meter to play with on the side of Potato Head. You can't just go against it. All that.
Yeah. Potato Head does have the burst advantage here. Good block on the overhead. Caught by the close slash. Not gonna be a wall break yet.
No, but you're right where Alpha wants you, just in the corner.
Just right in the corner. Where they always want to. Tries to stun dipper in, doesn't get it. Blocks the double overhead. Gets caught by Bomb.
Great fireball there to snuff out the aerial attempt from Alpha to a
It might
RC.
Might have been a DP attempt, but either way, it still worked. Good 6P from Diggins. Big lane.
Even if it might have been a DP, it still saved them in the end, so surely it was calculated.
Sure.
Now we have our final set of this specific meeting of these two teams.
We will be having Potato Head versus Mystical Waves. Or Mystic Waves. I don't remember which one it is.
I believe it is Mystical Waves. It'll be very exciting to see. Just to see how these mentors have been able to help out their students within this roughly 3-week time period.
Roughly, yeah. So it'll be fun to see.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see how this specific matchup goes. I haven't seen too much of Pot vs. Kai before.
Yeah, mostly because it's a very weird matchup.
Yeah, I feel it's kind of... I might be wrong, but I feel like it might be more towards even, because a lot of the neutral stuff you can just snuff out from Pot with his flick or just really big attacks.
Oh yeah. Kai is really good at counter poking Potemkin, mostly because Potemkin's moves are so big and slow. But Potemkin right now is really good at dealing with Kai. Because a lot of the stuff Kai can do, like 5k meaty or pressing a 5-frame button, does just get beaten out by Pot Buster. Well, not the 5k meaty, but it is
You gotta
still,
be very careful.
yeah.
Right, seems like Mystical Waves has made the way to the podium, and we will begin our third game of this set.
Third game of the set. First game between these two.
Yep, very excited to see.
Mankind. Duel 1. Let's rock.
2B Hammerfall round start. Very good round start for immediately setting up next with the champion.
Oh, you'd love to see it, and then following up with the Garuda, just trying to lock them down, put them in position for that buster.
Yeah. There's the slide head. That's what really stops Kai from doing a lot of the stuff that he does in this matchup.
Yeah, it seems like Slide Heads, we're going to see a lot of that this set, just being able to snipe Kai out from such a long distance.
Yeah. Does get the throw, but messes up the Garuda time. Does still have burst and 100 meter to it. Hammerfall cancel into wall. Does not get the full combo. Does not
Great
press the
mashup.
fast enough. Air block on the Tunic Yard, I believe, makes it a little less safe. Goes for the 60. There's the flick. Get a free. Able to get in. Thunderbird on a thrill.
Great blocks coming up from Mystical Waves here. Just trying their best to live from all this high pressure.
Yeah. That's gonna be it right there. Potato Head taking on a very close game. Very good.
It's about as close as you can get, probably, between these two characters. One tap away from each end.
Oh yeah. Lots of neutral beam before you do. Good counter hit close slash. You kind of want to burst that there. Do not want to let Kenji get big combo damage. There's the charge dust. Gonna be a lot of damage here. Almost
Jeez.
enough to kill. Good
Great
DP.
DP.
And the Hammerfall armor.
Armor coming in clutch to save the day on that. Will big make this forward run start.
Alright, 2H Poseidon's going to Dire Plat that does not set up heavy projectile fast enough. Gets it flipped.
These flicks are putting in so much work right now. Feels like every projectile's been flicked.
Yep, there's the combo and the pot buster. You might have been able to fully combo that into Heavenly, but decides not to, and goes for the kill. Mystical Waves taking the first kill.
Even though they might not have went for the kill instantly, they still had so much meter that they could have pretty much done anything they wanted within that final part of the round.
Oh yeah.
There was a
They have
million
so many
options.
options. I mean, do you go for the swag, go for the 100 meter usage, or do you go for the soul crushing, go for another Potemkin Buster?
I feel like you gotta go for the swag. Gotta put on a show for the viewers at home.
Oh yeah. TP Hammerfall round start again. Projectile flips away.
All these flicks, just every single time it seems. Doesn't let a single fireball go through.
Yeah, it is really good for Mystical Waves here. It's the Kara Hammerfall. Tries to go for a Garuda setup, but does not get it. Good just block on the slide head.
Slide Head's just sitting full screen, being able to just zone this Kai out. It feels so bad if you're Potato Head. You're getting just casually walked up by the giant barrier into the charged
There's the
dust.
Dust again. With how much damage we saw last time, that's gonna kill
Oh,
us.
that kills too. That's so sad.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
Good counter hit 2D. That's gonna be another flick there. Gotta get closer if you want to do the heavy projectile.
Absolute insanity on the round start from Mystical Waves there, but I highly respect it.
Well, I do respect it. Dire Cloud. You have 100 meter now. You want to be careful about what you use it with, though.
Oh,
There's the Potemkin
tragic.
Buster.
Into a meaty close slash too.
Not able to get the Hammerfall. And
You
there goes
just
the
die
wall,
for it.
and you're done. This is
Wow.
a way of taking it 2-0. And with that, I believe Aisha named this team, don't quote me on that, is the one that won this. It was
Great
very close
showing.
between the two, though.
Yeah, it was very good games. It's just so hard. It felt like for Potato Head to really get going there. Every attempt at taking space on the screen just felt like you're getting slide headed or your projectiles were getting flicked. Just didn't feel like there was much they could really do.
Yeah, it does feel that way. I mean, when your big game plan as Kai is setting up projectile, just having it immediately disappear from the screen is very devastating.
Oh, for sure. Because you're spending quite a bit of time and effort putting in that screen pressure and it just goes away in an instant. It's just so frustrating to deal with.
Yeah.
But it seems like we have our next team coming in.
Not entirely sure who it is, but we will soon we'll see. I do not actually know who is on these teams yet, so I'll find out as we go. So next up is the Royal Band versus Rock the Raven, which will be first up JM Andrew versus Nickelodeon.
Another Elfelt on the stream here. I haven't seen that
And
many. We have two already.
And we're having a Bridget too.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm very excited
know.
to see this one.
Oh yeah. Funny enough, Nickelodeon is the one who beat me and the one we both qualified in.
Really?
Mankind
Took it to grand
knew
finals.
They cannot change society.
So it's
I
fun to
don't know
watch
that.
them.
Reflecting on
It's fun to watch them
themselves
play again, and they get to fight another Elfelt. So
or hell.
Yeah. It's
we'll see where this goes.
it's very interesting seeing how Nickelodeon plays their Bridget in a more, I would say, a defensive, passive style.
Yeah,
So we'll have to see how Andrew's able to handle all that.
yeah. We'll see. So on to game one. A little bit more passive with Nickelodeon pressing 5H on start.
Again, stuck in this nice bomb mix from the Elfelt. Trying to get their way in.
I mean, that's what you really want to set up as Elfelt here. You want to get the bomb started.
Oh yeah, you want to get your opponent stuck in this endless 50-50 guess, but that's also the same thing that you want from the side of Bridget too.
Yeah. Good block on the JD from Jam Andrew.
Great 2S there to catch up the toes as well on the backdash.
Good 2K Mash if your 2P was not moving far enough to punish the Bridget here. You gotta see, make yourself safe against the Roger coming in.
You have to.
No. That's very good classic.
Yep, just hit the yo-yo and start mixing.
Start mixing.
Yeah, you don't want to be in that blender. Unfortunate 6P whiff too there. Sends you right into the corner. And a wubber.
And that's half of your HP gone with that risk.
Yeah.
Not what you really want to see. Having the burst immediately, but Nickelodeon does have 100 meters, gets the end of Rock Baby.
Seems like they thought it was going to whiff there and tried to PRC it off, but either way, into
Either
a
way.
nice air grab on the bomb, taking game one.
Beautiful game one from Nickelodeon there. Really showing
Yeah.
their prowess against Elfelt.
JM Andrew seemed a little antsy there in neutral, just trying to mash 6P off, trying to catch these rolls or big buttons, but Nickelodeon was not falling for any of it.
Yeah, previously, Bridget had a hard time with 6P, especially Elfelt 6P, as it's such a big button. Nowadays, it's not that bad.
Oh no, you can work around it to an extent at least. But here we go, already back into the corner, and you're not even 10 seconds into this round. A burst instantly too.
Yeah, having the burst, I mean, you're starting to get mixed by Bridget here. You really don't want to keep dealing with that.
No. It's just as annoying to deal with as the Alpha Rekka in itself.
Yeah. That's gonna be a wall break. Nice damage. Could have been just a little bit more, but it was still very optimal.
Great
Good
DP
DP.
and patience there. Just waiting for Andrew to do something.
I mean, it put the Elfelt into the corner. Might have been a whiff air throw, but it still worked out in the end.
Very
6B.
patient. Just nobody really doing much in neutral, just jumping around a bit.
Yeah. Good burst from Nickelodeon, though. Putting JM Andrew into the corner, knowing the 2H is coming out.
Great reaction there to block or jump the RTB there.
Here comes Rodri.
You gotta be careful, Raju. He's gonna be so plus afterwards.
Yeah. Good run up 6B.
Projectile.
Projectile's very good at dealing with Bridget in this matchup.
Oh, it seems that way. Oh, I'm lucky on that 6P baiting it up with the Return of the Killing Machine.
Yeah.
A lot of just jumping around, trying to feel each other out right now, seeing who's gonna get the advantage here. It seems like Alpha will.
Yeah. Good cross up. Blocks the cross up though from Nickelodeon.
Very interesting there. I don't know if that's what was intended there, but it seems to have worked out in the end anyways.
Yeah. Goes for the dash canceled 5K. Not able to really get much off of it. Damn, Andrew does decide to burst though, push Nickelodeon back.
A unfortunate burst. Feels like I have to just to reset this pressure. You don't want to be in the corner against that Rekka.
Yep, here comes the Roger. You do get caught by the Roger. Good mash with the 2K and catches the block dash. Damn, Andrew taking game 2.
Much better showing there from Jam Andrew in the second game. Seemed like they just needed that first game to just calm down a little bit and just try to read what Nickelodeon was going to be doing to them.
Oh yeah.
We got our wonderful game 3 with these two players. I wonder how it's going to turn out, considering game 1 felt very oppressive from the side of the Bridget, and then game 2 felt very much in the favor of Alpha.
Yeah. I mean, both of these characters are pretty similar in the way that they do stuff. So it is very interesting to see both of these characters at once.
Oh yeah, it's just different methods of doing what they do best, which is just sending you into the corner and mixing you till you die.
Yeah. Good just block from Nickelodeon. Throw into the corner.
Good YRC. Gotta get out of
Does
that.
pop the Grillo. Does not get caught by the 6B from Nickelodeon though.
See some great just blocks coming out of the side of Nickelodeon to just stop all this bomb pressure into a wall break and a kill.
Wow.
We have our set point on the side of Nickelodeon. And Jam Andrew bring us back into a final round.
It would be fun to see.
Would be.
Nickelodeon still blocking all of this mix from Jam Andrew here. Does get caught by the lollipop.
Baits the DP, but no punish.
No punish.
Hate to see that. You gotta punish those.
That's an RC. That's gonna be the round. And Andrew taking it back. Moving on to last round, last game for these two.
Yeah. Even though it was a little dicey in the end, you still are able to close it up, which is what really matters.
Yeah. Good 6P. Goes for the bomb mix. Nickelodeon does block the cross up there. There's the wall break.
Hey, you're on your last bit of health here for Bridget. You need to get some stuff done.
Yeah. I mean, Jam Andrew has such a big lead here. Does get caught by the BP.
True, but we cannot count out Nickelodeon just yet.
Nope. Nickelodeon blocking the cross up. And Bomb will take it. JM Andrew will take it 2-1, beating out the mentor of the other team. I do believe.
Yeah, that is correct. Great showing there from JM Andrew to bring that back and reverse the score, taking it 2-1.
Wow. Great set from both players there.
Ooh, up next, we got Axton versus A1.
I have not heard of A1 before, and this will be my first time watching Axton play. So this will be interesting, at least for me.
I've never heard of A1 personally, but I have fought Axton a lot recently. So
From what
I'm
I'm
very
seeing-
interested to see how A1 will be able to handle this Axton Sin.
Yeah, from what I'm seeing, Axton is a Sin player.
Mankind
what I can
believes that
tell-
they cannot change.
Very high level one.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Let's see what happens here. Already DPing. Pop by the 2H. There's the
Able
wall
to,
break.
able to grab that conversion the entire screen and just bring him over to this wall.
Yeah,
Gotta love Sin.
gotta look in. Deciding to instantly burst as soon as it gets hit once.
Maybe that was a smart choice considering all this damage that was built up, but now you're into the corner.
Good reversal super from A1 here. I mean, that's a lot of damage against Sin.
Oh yeah, this is incredible amounts. And then trying to bait out that burst there with the jump too. Axton just
Lot
trying to
of
take
bursts.
everything they can.
I mean, you might as well not burst here. You get the
Oh,
burst
yeah.
for the next one.
Yeah, we've been very greedy. But we're already 3 seconds in the round and you're just in the corner.
But Axel not able to get the wall break there. Something he really needs there with no stamina.
Ooh, we saw his stamina and then gets bursted out. This is not a great position for him to be in.
Yeah. Keeps getting put into danger zone.
But it seems that doesn't matter in the end.
Axel taking game one.
Honestly, a very good showing from A1 in that first game. Even though they might not have been able to take any rounds off of Axton, they made it very close in the end.
Oh yeah. I mean, they definitely gave Axton a little bit of a difficult time trying to take rounds. I mean, keeping Axton from using his stamina, or every time he did use stamina, making it so he didn't have any stamina afterwards, with no wall breaks, especially in that last round.
Oh, for sure. And it's easier said than done to try to bring these games to an end against Axton.
Oh yeah. Good 6B from Axton there, beating out the, I believe, JH or JS, not entirely sure. Good
Yep.
6B again, gets the counter hit.
A1 playing some great spacing game right now, just trying to make Axton whiff here and just punish.
Yeah. There's the
To
charge dust.
charge dust.
That's gonna be a lot of damage there.
And
And
kills.
yeah. On top of that, that doesn't give them as much burst as a wall swap. So that's actually really good for Axton.
Oh, you're right. That is honestly very optimal. Able to.
Alpin used all of his stamina. Tries to go for a little mix there. But he scored a 85E from straight to 2H.
Back in a danger zone on Axton, doing a lot of backdashing. You're playing very passively, waiting for A1 to make their move first and just punish.
Not able to get the full DP for the wall break. Put into a lot of danger time. There's the negative penalty. No more burst for you.
Great bait.
That's gonna be it for the round for A1.
Saves them this game. Very good bait.
By the way, if it wasn't for the 100-meter, A1 would have died to chip.
Yeah, you're right. That is a very good observation to have. Just what is that range on 2D?
That's the screen. That's the Go2D for you.
My goodness.
Best. Axum sending them straight into the corner. Not able to get a combo. And now A1 has first on the table.
Great conversion there. Opting to not punish Wall.
Might have been a misinput, and that might have just cost them there. Axton taking game 2 and taking the set.
Very unfortunate that you weren't able to just shove Axton through the wall to get that positive bonus, so that way you can get those nice buffs at your tension thresholds.
Yeah.
But either way, they still did a very good job at making these games very competitive.
Very. So, now, even though Axton's team has won, we will be playing the next match, as it is fun to watch both of the students
Mankind knew that
play
they
against
could
each other,
change
see how
society.
well they do.
So instead of
That's what we're here for, to see how these students have improved over the past couple weeks.
So we will be having JM Andrew versus A1.
じゃあ脅威測定しますね
Letting the intros rock out. Love to see
You
it.
gotta. Breaks my heart when they skip them the first time.
Love to see the intros. A1 deciding to 6P on round start. JM Andrew just being passive. Putting the 6P on the DP.
A very strong 6P there. It looked like they were very confident A1 was going to press something.
Yeah. And they got a full combo from it. Able to send A1 into the corner and then get the mix.
You can't get much better than that. Another 6P able to just force out this meter from A1 here.
Yeah.
静か
At the block. Does have the 100-meter. A1 does potentially block the cross up there. Decides to jump over the bomb but gets caught by the JD. And Andrew taking round 1.
That was some great blocking there to be able to just dodge that double overhead though from the L ult.
Yeah.
Very hard to do.
A lot of Elfo players no longer use JD, if I'm correct. It's just a little bit inconsistent, as you saw there. Getting just the last hit will not lead into a combo. So they opt to use JS or JH.
Still enough to get this wall break though and force A1 into a very uncomfortable position, being low health versus full burst and 100 tension.
Yeah. I mean, one reversal super, some good projectiles, or just a good far slash counter hit will take the round.
Game 1 going to JM Andrew here.
Very strong game 1 from JM Andrew here. I mean,
Oh, for sure.
lots of good counter hits, lots of good callouts with the 6P. Seems like they really do know how to fight against Geo and what Geo likes to do.
Yeah, it seems like they've practiced well in this matchup over these past weeks, preparing for this exact matchup.
Yeah.
Mankind knew.
So moving on to game number 2.
Great backdash there.
Backdash. And the backdashing the throw attempt from A1 here. And A1 getting caught again. No super though coming from JM Andrew.
A little unfortunate, but at this point, you have 100% tension. You can just do whatever you want to now.
Yeah, you've got 100 tension and burst. Might as well do whatever. There's the round.
Quick round coming out from JM Andrew here. Able to just lead this Geo's health.
Yeah.
Some zoning going on now into a nice 6P. Gotta burst out of that because you don't want to get sent back into this corner.
good use of the options with Elfelt there. If you do run into bomb, it sends Elfelt much further. That's what allowed Jam Andrew to get the combo there.
Great defense. Just able to deal with this best pressure into the Rekka.
Yeah. And there's the Rekka again. Jam Andrew taking game 2.
Very convincing game too, I must say, coming out from the side of Elfelt here.
Very much so. So, Axton's team taking it 3-0 throughout the entire set, but only the first 2 mattered. It is fun to see Jam Andrew versus A1 there.
Oh yeah, it was very exciting to see, I must say.
Always fun to see Elfelt versus... I already forgot the other character. Geo.
Geo. And coming up next, we have our fabulous team consisting of... I'll make you wait. You're gonna have to find out, you gotta be patient. We got...
Coastline Conviction versus How Did We Get Here? Jorts Fan and Stroke My Pickle versus Catch and NM.
Some interesting games here, I must say. I haven't seen much of the Axel matchups before, and I don't know what NM plays.
I don't know who Catch or NM are, so this will be interesting for me to see.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting.
We'll have some fun.
I know Catch plays Johnny, because I've played them before. And of course, Mal is the pot player. And then we have Jorts Fan on the Axel.
So, just waiting on Catch here.
Now, I don't know how this matchup plays at all, but do you think it could be good for either end here? I'm sure Johnny does fine. I mean, it's Johnny.
Oh, Johnny will do fine. Axel, on the other hand, I've only seen Jorts Fan play once so far. That was the last beginner bracket, I believe.
Gotcha.
Catch, I have not seen play, so I do not know how they play. But if I remember correctly, Jorts lost to, I want to say, Bullshit. Might have also been Rose. Not entirely sure.
Mankind knew that they cannot
But
change
either way,
society.
this
So
will be
instead of reflecting
not
on
a fun
the
matchup
big
for
land
either of them,
races,
depending
Oh, no.
on what happens.
No. I don't know if anyone actually enjoys fighting Axel.
I enjoy it a little bit, mostly because Slayer's kind of good against him, so.
Okay, well, if you can just close the gap in half a second, then I'm sure you'll have a fine time.
Oh yeah. I mean, Karamasa, that's all I need. So game 1. Here we go. Far slash from Jorts immediately, and Catch trying to punish with the Mistbanner, but just out of reach.
Very surprised that Mistbanner was able to get out. It looked like that Renson was going to be able to stop it.
There's the command grab. Catch does jump over the Vincent.
Great 6k there to get your counter hit. Now you've got a lot of space to play with on the side of Jorts Fan.
Yeah. I mean, lots of meter here. I mean, Catch can only do one super to catch you here. And
Yep.
that'll be the round.
And very good. Oh, doesn't wall break, in fact.
Does not wall break. That might cost you here.
Now you stuck up into the nice 2k. But you got stuck in the Johnny Blender for a second. Not where you want to be.
Not where you want to be. Rain? Or not rainwater. Rainwater. Maybe? I lost track of
Good
that.
Rensons to be able to just zone out Johnny here.
Yeah.
A lot of tornadoes as well. Just trying to keep him away, not letting him get in.
I mean, Tornado is really good at stopping Johnny, especially because the only thing Johnny can do is press misfires.
Oh, for sure. You could just punish it, I'm sure, with a 5P or something of those sorts.
Good 5k YRC bait. Not able to get the hard knockdown, but still lots of damage here.
Very patient waiting for that 2H into Renson there from Jordan.
Yeah. Now you have to block the card, or you have to be able to grab. Catch taking the second round.
Seems like they have woken up and they're a bit more prepared now for this third round.
Yeah. Jorts, if you noticed, the 2K does go underneath Johnny Farslash.
Does it?
I do believe so. I do believe that is what I saw.
Oh, we need to buff Johnny. That's unacceptable.
What? No. No, please don't. Double VRC forward. Catch does get the grab though, and with the positive bonus, that is 100 meter.
Too difficult. You're just sitting there 1 HP. Anything will kill you. Any amount of chip. You need to FD for your life and guess correctly, but unable to do so.
No tension.
Yeah, it's just nothing you can do.
So Catch takes game 1 in a very close game.
Oh yeah, for sure. Definitely turned it up a notch in that second and third round.
Yeah. I mean, Catch was able to keep Jorts on their toes.
You
And
have
that's what
to.
You really need to. That's what you need to do against Axel. You
Couldn't
really
have
want to
done
get
this
in Axel's face.
Duel 1.
And Johnny is really good at getting in Axel's face. 5P round start. Goes for the command grab. Not able to be punished because of Johnny's step dash.
A lot better on the side of Catch dodging these command grabs. Well,
Pop
not
out
anymore, I
again.
guess. My fault. Good misfire punish then.
Tornado would have gotten set up, but the mist finally does beat it out. Goes for the reversal super. That is a 2S from Catch that will get caught.
Yeah, great reversal.
There's the card super. That's going to be a hard knockdown. This is the one thing you got to worry about as Axel, is card super. It is super good for Johnny.
To the grab to seal it round 2.
There's the tornado setup. There's the command grab. Gotta stay on your toes about the command grab. It's such a good option for Axel.
Got burst out too, just so that way you can put some more pressure on this Axel.
Yeah, you want to keep the pressure up. Even though you are currently down the life lead, you want to keep the pressure up. VRC does get thrown. Push slash, safe jump.
Aiden.
Does block the super. You don't even need to do that anymore. You can just block the super now.
Really? They made that minus?
Oh yeah, it is that minus. It went from like -3 to, I want to say, -30.
Wow, I was not aware of that. Ooh, able to catch out the toes with the 2H though to secure the round. 1 to round 3.
I'm checking my numbers.
Quick far slash there. Able to catch with the 2H into rain. Got a nice rinse in there to keep applying this pressure.
Yeah.
Man, grab catches.
It's
Very good.
2H with JS. You have 100 meter now, and close slash far slash. Jorts fan taking game 2 with a perfect. So, Axel reversal super was -3 before. It was easily one of the most annoying reversal supers if you didn't know how to deal with it. Now it's just -40.
Oh, you know.
So a little over 10 times minus.
About 13 times. It's just a little bit more
Yeah.
minus now.
Just a little bit more minus. So, yeah, as Axel, you really want to start using Super PRC now.
Right.
As just using reversal super just isn't going to cut it much anymore, unless you can call out your opponent hard. So moving on to game
Mankind
3.
knew that they cannot change Duel 1.
Jorts has been putting up a very good fight against Catch here. In a not exactly favorable matchup.
They're making it look very favorable, though.
Oh yeah. That's what I love about Axel players. They can make bad matchups look good. And style on people during it. Thank you, Axel players.
But watch out for that TK Finer there. Able to just...
You gotta watch out for TK Finer. There's the card super. Good PRC from Jorts fan to block the card super.
Yeah, you gotta, otherwise you're getting nearly in the corner, messed into the wall.
Yeah. Just a little bit closer and Jorts fan would have gotten that full combo. With the new bounce that was added in Season 4, that would have been a full combo. But, not close enough.
Great step dash there.
Yeah, Catch going right underneath it. Goes for the set play a little bit. Instead of going for the wall break, I believe.
Back throw. Able to reverse the tides, send Catch into this corner instead.
Yeah. Gets the full tornado setup, which is big for Jorts fan here. 5k, gets the command grab. That is 100 meters.
Share this wall breaks here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, hard knockdown though.
That's
Probably better that way.
S. Goes for the BRC, and the 5 people take it.
Great 5P to finish off their own and send us into this third round.
Yeah. Jorts fan close to getting their burst, with Catch already having theirs. JS, counter hit 2H. Kinda have to burst there.
You don't want to eat that upcoming combo coming out from Axel. The burst gets baited out with the red RC here.
Burst baited.
Gets
Not
into
the
the
kill
wall.
yet. Jorts almost has 100 meter. Just has to start the zoning. Messes up the command grab.
Gotta be very careful. Any wrong attack being sent out, you're getting sent to this corner from the super. But opts to PRC instead.
Jorts has 100 meter here. And
Gets
catches
the
with the
kill.
rinse in.
What a
Jorts
rinse!
fan. Jorts fan taking it 2-1.
Wins.
Great showing from Jorts fan here. Able to beat out the mentor of the side of Clothesline Conviction, I believe. Or, sorry, the other team.
Yeah. How did we get here?
Correct. Great showing. But now
Yeah.
you've got to fight the dreaded Mal Pot if you're NM.
Oh, this is gonna be a rough matchup.
Oh, it's a chip.
Oh no. We
I
have
pray for this chip's poor soul getting sent to the Mal Blender.
we've got Mal on the Potemkin versus NM on the Chip Zenith.
Mankind.
I pray this goes longer than 2 minutes.
I hope so. Good 60 rounds. Ooh, and another one. You gotta burst there, otherwise you're getting straight pop busted and you lose happy health. Or you just get 6-inch counter hit, and the same thing happens anyways.
I mean, just look at that. And there's the charge dust. So gross from Mal. Oh, that's such a funny thing for...
Yeah,
I've
that's
got the
just how it
mod.
goes.
I've got the
These
chills. I've got the chill Potemkin JH mod, so it's really funny to watch JH come out there.
Oh, unfortunate whiff from the Alpha Blade, but we're sending Mal to the corner and mixing him up quite a bit. This is what we need to see from NM if he wants to be able to take some rounds and games off.
Yeah.
One hit and you're just gone half your health. It's such an uphill battle.
Yeah, it really is uphill. I mean, it's basically just a gnat trying to take down a mosquito. A gnat trying to take down a cow. There we go.
That's what it feels
That's
like.
what I
And
was trying to
Mal
go.
able to close out this first game very convincingly. It's just so difficult for the support chip. Just one bad counter hit and you're just dead, it feels like.
one singular counter hit, and we haven't even seen a Potemkin Buster, I do believe.
No, I don't think we saw one at all. We saw a Kaiser Wall, I believe.
Yeah. Nuclear Potemkin versus Coffin Chip. That is exactly how you describe this matchup.
Yeah, that is the best way to describe it here. Just one bad hit and your round is over.
Good 6P from NM again on round start, trying to stop whatever Malik is going to do. But of course, Malik decided to play it safely on round start.
Ambitious charge us, I must say, from Mal there, trying to catch out the flying chip.
I mean, you might as well.
You got so much health to play with, just do it. Whatever.
Air throw, knock him out, and the charge does. Ooh.
Oh, this is devastating for the side of NM here.
Yeah. This is the legendary 10-10 matchup.
Yeah, it is. At least you get some positive bonus here. This is what you need. But into
The
King Knuckle
does the same amount of
your
damage.
health into a back throw, and then
And there's the pot buster. That's gonna not take it, but
that's gonna seal the second game just like that.
And
Oh,
now Mel, you didn't have to do him like that.
Yeah, that's dirty. We gotta let him cook.
I'm glad to see the top buster, but like, come on, man.
Well, let's try to focus on the bright side here. When NM was able to get going, they did get some good damage in.
They
It just
definitely
seems
did.
that they were just very much struggling to break through this Mal pot, which is not surprising by any means, especially now that he's got some good internet.
Oh, that's good.
I can only imagine what it would be like to see a teleporting Potemkin on our screens right now, if it was otherwise.
Oh, please no.
Alright, coming up we have Jortsfan and NM.
Going against each other. This is easily one of Axel's worst matchups.
Oh yeah, it's gotta be, surely, right? You just are so mobile on the
100%.
side of Chip.
Chip is
It's
so fast. You can block Renson and then run in before the explosion goes off.
Oh, that is
That's how
dirty.
fast it is. And alongside of that, Chip also does have a command grab,
Yes, yes.
which is
Um,
pretty good.
Not
against
one you
Axel, I
see
must say.
very much, but we might see it come into play here.
The other thing is Chip running goes underneath Axel 5P, which
What?
is yeah,
Why?
I don't know. It's Chip though. There's
Is that how short Chip is?
yeah, especially while running. There's a few characters in this game that just while moving around or just standing still go underneath Axel 5P, and it's called the anti 5P flight.
Oh. Looks like we're going in. We got a nice 2H into Renson on this round start here.
I mean, you really don't want to take anything as Chip here. I mean, you can see how much damage has already been taken.
Yeah, this is just so difficult. It feels like if you let Jortsfan get this early damage off, but looks like we're getting some mixing finally. The wall break.
Yeah. Nice wall break.
Ooh.
And there's the 2S anti-air.
What a 2S there from the side of Jortsfan, able to snipe out NM on the chip.
Very nice. There's the tornado. Chip does just go over top the tornado very easily. So it's not very good against Chip in this matchup. Air throw might have been a GD attempt. Not sure what it was for though.
Not sure, but
Not catching.
these Rensons are putting in so much work. He's able to snipe Chip out the air and bring him right to Axel.
Yeah. And the two people take it. Short tank.
Or NM, it just seems like They don't have much of an answer here to this Jorts fan Axel.
I mean, yeah, once you start getting put into the Axel blender, there's not much you can do to get out. Especially as Chip.
Well, Chip has a DP, I'm sure there might be something he could do, no?
I'm talking about the zoning.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Good luck getting out of that. Especially if you keep getting knocked down. It's not the best thing to do, especially as Chip.
That one hit, you're already down to 30 health. You gotta burst quickly.
Yeah. And put right into the corner. Does get the DP out, goes for another one.
You know, doing a soul read there, trying to catch Jorts fan out on pressing anything.
Yeah. And does go over top of the but does get caught by the last part of the reverse.
Unfortunately, just not able to block that last hit. There you go, running under the 5P like you said earlier.
Yeah. Very good hit. He just gets straight underneath it. Tornado Slam up, gets straight over top of it.
Zoning is just so oppressive. Chip can't even get in to start his mix. Finally does, but immediately just gets blocked, and then we're back at full screen.
And that's the command grab.
Yeah,
Tries
go
to go for
bursting.
the Axel bomber.
Catches the
I mean,
command
that's
grab to the last second.
Jorts fan will take it 2-0. As much as this is a good matchup for Chip, it is still a knowledge check against Axel.
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
Yeah,
It
and
is-
then
it's difficult.
they struggled a bit, but they were still able to, when they got in, just do their thing, and they made Jorts fan have to play more defensive and even took out some of their resources. So it's not like it was a complete stomp by any means.
Oh yeah. It's just difficult to get in with Chip, especially at the beginning. Your best option is on round start, and if you lose the round start, it's not easy to get back in, especially quickly.
Yeah, for sure. And coming up next, we have the teams of Slumbering Slayers versus Bear with a Big Ass Key.
So I'm hearing Slayer and ABBA, and I don't like it.
I
don't
don't
like
believe
that.
there is a Slayer in this pool right now of these 4 players.
Oh,
Because I know NT plays Bed, I know Nephrim is Nago, Curry Gohan plays Bridget, and I believe Lori is the ABBA.
yes. So we'll see. So, We're gonna be having
Very
Nago versus
exciting.
Bridget here.
Yeah, very. I don't know how you'd call it. This matchup can kind of go either way, really. Just depends
Right.
on who's able to keep the space better.
Right now, this is a Nago favorite matchup.
All right.
Nago 2H is so good at stuffing out Bridget in the air.
Yeah, it is very good.
So good.
But you got to be able to get in a position to be able to use it a lot. Alone, able to clash with the fireball there from Bridget.
Yeah. Goes for the wall slump. Keeps trying to post it.
Curry, you're going really trying to bait out all this meter that's on the side of Nephrim.
Instantly
bait.
burst from Gohan. I mean, you might as well. Nago has large amounts of blood right now. But
Yeah,
all
but
of that's gone, and so is your HP.
It is just very scary to just go in on this high blood Naga. You're gonna die in one hit.
Oh yeah.
Good tech.
Go. I mean, that's it.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
You gotta be really careful against Nago.
Great pull locks into the DP. It will just beat that DP round start from Nago.
Yeah. And also beats out the throne if you're in this gun.
Interesting tech in the corner there. I haven't seen that much before. Able to get the wall spot into the super knock.